Yeah. Where are you going? Where are we going?
I don't know where we're going.
where you
It doesn't
where are you
matter. It doesn't
going?
matter as long as you're going. Welcome back to another video. My name is Stanley Chock here with ChockTalk or another ChockTalk podcast. Today we have a special guest, my sister, Britt. So Britt, kind of introduce yourself and kind of let them know what you do as of right now, maybe work-wise and things you like to do for fun, to so people kind of get to know you and have an idea of who you are.
This is so nerve-wracking. Okay.
Just, just it's fine. You're talking to me. Nobody else like.
I know, but you don't ask me what do I do.
Why? Just say what. It's fine.
Okay. So, what's up guys? I am Britt. I am a photographer full time here in Colorado, and I enjoy fitness is what we're going to talk about today. Basically how I am doing on my fitness journey and all the things.
Good. Sweet.
So,
So, Britt has been doing her fitness stuff for how long? Like, how long have you been kind of on your fitness journey?
let's see. I think I've been officially on my fitness journey since 2015.
Okay.
So it's been a
2015.
minute, like
Yeah.
6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years.
So how I started my fitness journey was that I started so like right after college, I technically got a desk job,
Mhm.
and so that was like a 9 to 5, and I had to I was working at a desk for I'd say like a year, I think, and then that's when I started like picking up weight and whatnot, and I didn't really notice it until this. I remember this moment like it was really vivid. My roommates, we were moving out of our college house, and we're all like going like our separate ways or whatever,
Mhm.
and we were wanting to take like roommate pictures like in front of the house and whatnot, and um, when I looked back on those photos, I was just like, oh, what the heck? Like, what is this?
Uh-huh.
That's not me. So I was just like, I don't know. Ever since then, it really like struck me like really hard. Like, oh, you have been putting on weight. Like I didn't really notice it then, because you're just like living your life. Like I was out of college, trying to figure out what I want to do, and do I want to stay with this job that I have now. I wasn't getting much exercise. Like I hated going to the gym. I I wasn't eating healthy. It was just not a good lifestyle that I was leading, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, right.
And so when I saw those pictures, I was like, well, I better get it together quick, because we also have like, health problems in our family, and um just stuff that um just issues and I guess disease, when it comes to like our family, because it's like genetics and all the things, and like it's passed down and whatever. So it was it was definitely something that was like looming over my head that I needed to um change,
Mhm.
or at least start to change.
Right.
So that was kind of like my kickstart to my fitness journey, was that whole experience, and was like, okay, well, you need to get it together soon, because you are. I think when I graduated, I was 25,
Mhm.
so I wasn't like young, but I wasn't like old, or I wasn't like where people are just like, oh, you like it's too late to turn back kind of thing, or
Right, right,
you're
right.
like I was already like set in your ways.
Mhm.
So I still had a chance. I mean, everyone still can do fitness and get healthy at any age.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was just like stuck in my head that I needed to like get it together.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
So where did you start exactly? So when you felt like you needed to, I guess, change some of the things you're doing, maybe some of your habits, like where exactly did you start?
But what I started doing was I started so when I moved over into this house that I'm in now, we have like a little gym area
Hmm.
in our neighborhood, and we have like access to it all the time. So I started doing that, like just going, trying to get like exercise in like at least 30 minutes a day. And at the beginning, when we first moved here, that like little gym area had very limited equipment.
Hmm.
So it's either like the treadmill or the bike.
Right.
And the treadmill like intimidated me, and I was like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to be like on the treadmill because that just looks hard, and I don't want, and I hate running and all the things. So I was like, no, I'm gonna ride the bike, which is like a stationary bike, which is like sitting. You're not like it's like those big seats. For like I feel like for older people, that just
Oh,
can't
yeah.
sit like on a cycling bike.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's what that was.
Yeah.
And I remember I started vlogging.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's also how my fitness journey started, was because I started to vlog to keep myself accountable
Yeah.
for my fitness
Yeah. Hmm.
and my health and all that. So, yeah, so I would start going there. And then I looked into getting a actual gym membership with more equipment and um, like a bigger gym,
Hmm.
basically,
Hmm.
with more equipment. So, but I also started to like eat healthier, make healthier choices. I don't think I ever really was like, I can't eat anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like I didn't I did not feel like that was right for me because I love to eat, obviously. So I knew that I couldn't not eat something or like force myself to not eat. Like
Right.
that's just
Right.
not how I was. I That's just not how I thought.
Hmm.
I knew that I had to cut back on what I was eating, like portion control,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
um, you know, eat more salad or like eat more greens and eat less rice because coming from Hawaii, we eat a lot of rice.
Hmm.
It's just something that happened, something that we grew up with and stuff. So that was like a big staple.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like anything like starchy, rice, potatoes,
Hmm.
all of that. I kind of just had to like cut back on bread. But yeah, so uh, also my former roommate that now lives in California, he was also on his fitness journey. So we kind of just had our own fitness journeys together. Like we kept each other accountable,
Yeah. Yeah.
if that makes sense.
So what were some of the things that, I don't know, kept you motivated throughout, these years? And have you feel like you've made progress, with your fitness stuff, with your health stuff? Like what motivated you? What, like, you thought about, like, oh, shoot, maybe I need to be sticking to this stuff, and or like, when you thought about that specific thing, or maybe specific people, or channels you watched, whatever it was.
I think at the beginning of my fitness journey, like a few years ago, I had really like stuck with my fitness, and that was the most I've stuck with it for about maybe like almost a year.
Hmm.
And um, that's where I feel like I got most of my results,
Yeah.
was when I was really like hard on myself for like 8 months,
Sure.
I think. And like I meal prep, like that was a big thing for me, was meal prepping and having meals and food ready to go for me, because I was for my job I'm just always traveling, and like
Hmm.
I'm driving a lot, and that's you're sitting down, you're not doing anything.
Hmm.
So always having like those meals being like conveniently there for me
Hmm.
was a big um is a big thing for my fitness journey. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
a big part of my weight loss was because I had all that stuff ready to go,
Hmm. Hmm.
because it was a convenience thing. Other than that, if I didn't, then I'd go and get McDonald's. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. Yep. Same.
right. Um, that was a big part of that. And then motivation
Hmm.
for me, like, comes and goes.
Mm.
There can be times where I'm just like, yes, you're doing it. Keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Like, just keep walking, keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Basically, I
Yeah.
keep telling myself that.
Yeah.
And then like something can like happen. I go back to work, or something really, I don't know, traumatic happens, and I'm kind of just like, I don't want to do that.
Hmm.
I don't want to work out. I want to
Sure.
stay in bed all day.
Hmm.
I don't. I'm tired,
Yeah.
and that has definitely been something that I've been battling with for a long time. I have it's it's like ups and downs all the time, and I'm realizing now, like, in the past couple months, that it's okay.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like I've always told people like it's okay to be where you're at, but I've never told myself that.
Mm.
I've never told myself like it's okay to have to like give yourself grace. It's okay to be where you're at. Like, you're meant to be where you're at right now. You're just meant to be there.
Right.
If it was any other way, then it would be that way. But it's not. This is where you're at. This is what you're doing. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, um, like I said, like in the last couple of months, I've been giving myself a little bit more grace in that sense. Even though it's still hard because a lot of people, like friends and like family, make comments and stuff about where I'm at, and
Sure.
like
Yep.
how I'm not here, or how I'm not, how come I haven't lost this amount of weight, or you know what I mean?
Sure.
You've been doing this for so long. Why haven't you?
Sure.
I don't see. They don't see that
Trying.
I've made progress.
Like health doesn't necessarily mean only physical. Like our we have a mental health state. We have I think we don't a lot of people kind of like they look at it so shallow and they're unable to see like, oh shoot, maybe they have grown, but maybe it's not something we can see, you know?
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, don't be don't be discouraged by that because like I mean, there's always going to be people like that. Even family members that
Mm-hmm.
kind of like say whatever or and it's hard sometimes because like you're like shoot, you feel disappointed at yourself, but all that is going to do for you, that disappointment is just going to stop you and not allow you to even move forward anymore. It's going to slow you down. It's going to be like and I don't know. I guess the best thing to do about those kinds of things is just like, okay, they said that, whatever. Just move on. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like comments like that and like people's um input has definitely like crippled me
Mm.
throughout the years and whatnot. And I know that I shouldn't be listening, and I should take that with a grain of salt. But like, when you almost want to like make these people not proud. I mean, yes, proud, but
No,
like
you
you
want to
also
prove
want
them
to show them
wrong.
like, yes, I
Yep.
can do that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Of course.
and that's like really hard
Yeah.
to obviously deal with, because it's just their comments. They don't know, and like they don't know that people can be like depressed and upset, and trying to figure out like, oh, why am I like this, or
Sure.
you know
Hmm.
they don't know. And unless you tell them, like,
Yeah.
who are you to say those things to me? Like, you have no
Absolutely.
idea. They have no idea.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like you said, you just have to take it with a grain of salt and just be like, whatever, it's okay. Yeah, you said that. I'm not gonna let that cripple me. And
Yeah.
like I said, I these past few months, I feel like I've been like on a search for like clarity and like where I'm going,
Hmm.
you know? And I've just, like I said, been giving myself grace and just doing the best that I can right now.
Hmm. Yeah. And I mean,
So,
I mean that's all you can do. Like you just take it one step at a time. I remember when I was like, I think once, I forget what year that was, but it was when I left school for like a year, and I literally lived right next to the school that I was going to, like 5 minutes away. And um, I was just, I mean, this is slightly different than anybody's fitness journey, but like I was so depressed, and I would literally go to work. Um, I would come back home. I would lay in my bed, watch videos in my room, and people would always like text me like, "Hey, Stanley, like come to the school." And I mean, mind you, I was like a 1 minute walk away from school, like the college I was going to. And they would always message me, and all my friends were there. Um, but there's this thing like inside of me, like where I was just like, I don't want to go. Like it was interesting because I was looking for community, and I was looking for people to lift me up, but I wasn't necessarily, I guess, the whole like me being depressed or me being, not like I just hated everything about where I was at that time. Like I wasn't in school, I was working a job I didn't like. I um some of the relationships I had were like seemed like they were failing, and I was just such in a depressing state where I didn't know like what to do and where to go. And my whole point is that all my friends didn't know. Like I never really told anybody other than like maybe one or two people. Maybe a mentor that I had and like a really close friend that I had. But nobody else knew, and you know, all that to say like nobody necessarily knows what you're going through. So, on that note, like we don't know what anybody else is going through, and so treating them with respect and being aware. I think that's what a lot of people lack right now in the world, is just being aware of other people's situations. Um, and maybe a lot of people don't know what we're going through, and a lot of people don't understand what we're going through, and that's okay. But I think for us, since what I would love to spread to everybody is like to be more aware of where people are at, as in like maybe people are looking for help, and they can't, they don't have anybody to like really to reach out. So like being able to ask other people and being able to just be there for them, because you know like I didn't, when you were going through all, or when you go through all of your like mental stuff, um you know maybe you feel depressed and all this stuff, or like you feel lonely, or whatever it is. Like I don't know that about you, and you don't know that about me, unless I said something or unless you said something, right? And I don't know, it's hard because like I want to I I want people to understand, like we're all human, and we all go through stuff, and it's whether it's your fitness journey, whether it's just life in general, like being a good friend, or being a good, like, I don't know, a good person to another person can be very helpful in that situation, and um, to lift them up and not have them walk through that stuff alone. And yeah, I mean, what if you, what was the question? If you could tell somebody else, like, or if you could encourage somebody, you know, that has a similar situation, or if you could tell yourself 5 years ago, like, hey, you should do this, or like, how would you encourage somebody, um, and what would you say to them?
I think I would tell them, like I'm trying to tell myself, that it's okay where you're at. Like, don't listen to what other people are saying about you, because that has definitely like helped me. And like, slow progress is still progress.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely. Yeah.
you're still working on yourself. You're still working on your mental health. You're still working on your physical health.
Hmm.
You have all your goals that you want to accomplish, and you don't have to have them. There's no like deadline.
No, not at all.
There's no deadline.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd say progress or slow progress is still progress. Keep going.
Yeah.
You got this. Yeah, I mean,
There's a
and
lot
like I
going
know a lot
on.
of people say that, like not. It's not to be cliche. It's true.
No, 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 but
Like,
like it is what it is. Like it is cliche to be honest, but like it's true. That doesn't
mm-hmm.
mean it's not true.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep going. Like take it one step at a time. What I always tell my clients when I'm training them, like, it's I want you to do something. Just do a little bit of something. Like when they come in and I ask them like, "Hey, did you work out this week?" And it's my job to keep them accountable and I ask them about like how they're eating and all that stuff. And I asked them like, how's this week going? And they're like, "Oh, it's not going so good. I did this and this." And then I tell them, "Oh, it's okay." Like, cause I want to encourage them and I tell them like, "Hey, okay, so this week, like, do something. I don't care if you just walk into the gym and walk out. I want you to, you know, physically make steps um, to, changing the way you're living, and you need to do that for yourself. I can be your cheerleader. I can be your coach for however long, but ultimately you need to decide when you're gonna do all that stuff. Like you need to make those things happen and take one step at a time. Like if you hate walking for 30 minutes and you don't want to walk for 30 minutes, walk for 5 to 10 minutes. Like do it's and then do that frequently and repeat it over and over and over again. And then sooner or later you're going to be like, "Wait, I've only walked for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to walk for 10." And then it'll go from 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 to maybe you might start running, and it's one step at a time. Like for people that are trying to just improve how they eat. Like my big problem for a long time was too many energy drinks, and I still drink energy drinks. Like it was like in college, like I was drinking 4 to 5 energy drinks a day, and that's a
Were
lot of
you
energy.
really?
Yes, and that's a lot of energy drinks,
Wow.
and it's like when I was in college, it's like I would always say I like the taste and all this stuff, and I mean, I still like the taste, but like um, I've learned that maybe I don't necessarily need to drink five, and it's not good for me to drink five. Everybody like Stanley, you like every time I see you, like you have an energy, you have a monster in your hand or something, whatever it was. And I made it a goal for myself, like okay, I'm only gonna drink, you know, like it started like two. I'm gonna drink two a day, kind of thing. It's like, and then eventually it went to like, oh, I can drink like one a day. Like I don't need to. And then eventually now to be honest, I drink maybe energy drinks maybe like twice a week, like one twice a week. Um, and that was a big difference. Like imagine five a day, 4 or 5 a day to twice a week. And eventually, like when I get older, maybe I'll stop drinking energy drinks because it's not going to really benefit me anymore. There's no point of putting that stuff in my body, overloading my body with that much caffeine. These energy drinks have like 150 to 300 milligrams of caffeine, and that's a lot of caffeine for one person. Um,
Right.
and so it's just a process. It's a journey. That's literally what it is, a journey, right? And all the things we do, you go through stuff, I go through stuff, but in order to get through it, you got to just take it step by step and day by day, and being able to understand like it's okay, right? From your perspective, it's okay. It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay where you're at, and just keep going. So your message, Britt, for
Cut
all the
that out.
people for all the people that are gonna watch this or are watching this is to what? To keep going, right? Your message to them to pretty much
Yep.
to keep going.
Keep going. Even if you're just taking like one step at a time, like you
Hmm.
don't have to make like 10 steps. It's not.
No,
It's not required.
it's not a race. You're not racing
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah. Where are you going? Where are we
Where,
going?
I don't know where we're going.
where are you
It doesn't
where are you
matter. It doesn't
going?
matter as long as you're going. As long as you keep going, right? Okay, sweet. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We love you guys. If you guys want to see any of Brit's content, Brit, let everybody know. You know what's your YouTube, your Instagram, and TikTok if you want.
So my YouTube, if you just search up Brit Fit Life, I am on there. I vlog. I try to be more consistent with vlogs,
Hmm.
but sometimes it's just
It's all good.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So it is what it is.
Hmm.
And then you can follow me on Instagram, which is at Brit BRITBBY Fitness.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to be more consistent on there, even more than YouTube, because I feel like YouTube just takes a lot of my time. Not saying that I don't have time.
It does take
I
time.
prioritize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
prioritize Instagram over YouTube.
That's totally
But
fine.
if you want to check out what's going on or whatever, check me out there.
Sweet. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you to like this video. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to Brit's content or her channel, and subscribe here on this channel. Film a lot of stuff with fitness stuff, so weightlifting, powerlifting, all the fitness content. And then Brittany also does vlogs. He does her fitness stuff, and so check her out there. Love you guys. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, like it and comment down below if you have any questions. We will see you in the next video. Keep improving. Peace out. Bye.